Good? Okay.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, good. Well, thank you guys. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Jessica Cook, attorney and partner with Foundation Title and Escrow. We are privileged to work with so many of you here at True North. So today, I'm really excited to demo for you guys our new app called our Foundation Title One app. I've only rolled this out to about 6 people so far, just kind of individually, Matt being one of them. And it's been a huge hit so far, so you guys are actually the first brokerage that I'm going to roll it out to. And so I want to let you guys use it, get your feedback, get your honest thoughts and opinions. But everything I've gotten so far has been really positive. So if you can go to your app store on your phone, this is what it'll look like. If you just search Foundation Title App 1, and then this is what the logo will be. So you're going to download it, and then you will register. So you'll register with your email, a password. You will select my office, which is the Johnson City office, and you'll select me as the rep, and then you should be in.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Okay, you've already done it as well. Okay. And then once everybody's kind of up and running, let me know. That's the getting started part. And then we get to get in there and play around a little bit. There's also, just as you all are getting set up, a premium version of this. It's $1 a month or $10 for a year. And what you get out of that is a lot of social media stuff that you can use. It even has lead generation calculator, so there's different things in there that you can push out through all of your socials. And if somebody then interacts with it and clicks on it, then it emails you, so you get a lead out of it. So it's a good way to track your posts as well.
That's cool. We love that.
And this sheet that I've given everyone is just kind of like a quick snapshot of some of the things that you can do if you're working with sellers on the front, and then working with buyers on the back, and then just the bottom is just other important things to know. Okay, sorry, I'm getting used to how to eat. Okay. Everybody in or getting there?
Mm-hmm.
Is Matt around here? Because he might want to talk about the.
He's getting food.
Okay. I'll let him kind of speak on his experience in a minute about utilizing the seller net sheet. That's been a really big hit working with sellers, because as you'll see, there are options. Like if you're working with a seller and they get multiple offers, you can plug in all the information and give them a breakdown of what each offer looks like and what they'll walk away with as they consider the offers they're looking over.
Who's making nachos?
He's always making nachos. This is good.
Thank you. All right, so the seller net sheet. You want to come up there with you?
Sure, go ahead. They're all getting logged in and downloaded and all that good stuff.
The wonderful thing about me, Ariel, that you might know is I can project my voice very well. So I will use that to my advantage. Don't shake your head. All right, cool. Well, while y'all are downloading this business here, so I found it very helpful. So something that Tim Stout Group has had for a while is we just had like a little built-in little Microsoft Excel spreadsheet thing that you'd have to go in there and plug it in, but if you hit the wrong button, it would change the formula and kind of read, so you had to make sure it was all right, and you had to relabel stuff. Well, this here in the app already has things ready to go, so I'm a big fan of you just add the address up at the top of the house that you have in question. It will go ahead and load it, and it will actually pull up when they bought, the time of year, and all that, and it says the county's taxes, so it will already do that proration for you, because this is usually too high what they estimated on. So then you just put the sales price in that you've accepted. Or for me, I had an offer come in that was lower than what he wanted. Rather than say, hey, it's 5,000 or 10,000 under than what you wanted, I went ahead and just put it in a net sheet and said, this is the offer we got, and this is the net sheet we're looking at. So I put in that, I already do the 6%, If they wanted a home warranty or something, you put that miscellaneous.
Okay.
Like I did 630 in there. It does all this business here, and you tell them how much do you owe, give or take, and then I usually go a little bit higher. So if they say like 56,500, I'll just do 57,000. So then it puts all that in there. You do an estimated closing date of usually a month out or whatnot. Then it does this nice little illustration for you here. It'll do like a little chart and all that.
Yeah, this is if there's anything you want to add in.
You can choose your closing date and all that if it was a 60-day closing rather than a 30. And then it does this, which is right in their face. And I always say rough, too. I don't want to say exactly what you're walking away with. You got to make sure that you know your liens and all that. That's why there's a title search that's going to happen. But if you're good, you pay off all your debts, just tell me what you owe. And this is roughly what you're going to get, give or take, is what I say. Here's some rough numbers here. You can get the precise stuff from the title company. But then it shows them, great, I'm walking away, so they get to see the money they're walking away with is $150,000 rather than going, oh, well, it's $5,000 under what I want. Well, I'm saying, well, look, you're walking away with this right here in 30 days is in your account, is the idea. So it's a bit more, shows them what's happening, what to expect. There's no surprises at closing, or I thought I was going to make this, what happened. It's right there in their face. And two, she'll get into it, but you have the idea for multiple offers that you can actually categorize them and say offer one was this, offer two is this. So that way it's right in front of their face. They can see what they're walking away with on each one. And it has a nice you actually send it through up here. You can send it as an email, or you can send a detailed one here, and it will send them that. You can also copy it as a text message with the picture and it already pre-written underneath it, and you just send it to them. It's like, hey, seller, this is what you're going to walk away with.
So what I was talking earlier about a multiple offer situation, you can go over here to multiple offers. So the cool thing about it, there's this hidden feature. So if you shake your phone, it will run up to 5 net sheets for you. So yeah, so say you've gotten 5 offers in, you can, or 10, you'll just run 2 net sheets for 10 offers, and it breaks down what each of those offers looks like.
Cool.
Yeah.
You shake your phone?
You just shake it. Yep. You shake your phone and it will run 5 net sheets.
Tell me where this phone shaking.
Last week when we were on our cruise, apparently that's a thing you shake, so we got to shake for champagne. We shake, and then they brought us champagne to wherever we were on the ship. We don't do that at Foundation and Title, but I'm considering it.
Whenever
there's a closing, we're going to shake for champagne.
Shake what your mama made you, shake
Yeah.
what Steve Jobs gave you.
So yeah, then you can manually add it if you want, but again, you can shake, and then it'll automatically allow you to put in all the offers and then the other numbers, and it calculates it all for you. And then, as he was saying up there, that's how you can share it. So you can send a full report. You can text a snapshot. Is that what you did with your client you were telling me about?
Actually, I just say send full report. You can actually copy it as well.
Okay.
And this text snapshot is a bit more of a survey, just kind of this with some bullet points. This is like the full comprehensive thing.
Yeah. Then you can open it fully. You can save it. You email it. However you need to send it. And that's what the multiple offers would look like once you come out, and then it'll come through as a more detailed full report, each of them, as you click on them.
I mean, but you got to put it in there manually first.
Well, yeah, you put all in all of the offers, and then you shake it, and then it does all of its magic. Yeah. So does anybody have any questions about that?
Are closing costs like a lot? Is that like accurate? Is that both sides? Is that just the
So
seller
this is just a seller net sheet. So, and what it factors in is like our fees at Foundation, if they're using us for our closing costs. I mean, everybody is pretty comparable around the area. So like you said, it's an estimate.
Okay.
It's an estimate. Also, and I don't know if you had gotten this far into it yet, Matt, but there's HomeLink. And so you may be prompted when you put in a property address to making sure you select HomeLink, because I think what it will do, this is one part I was still testing, but I think what it will do is it can actually pull the deed of trust, whatever the mortgage amount was when they bought the property, and it can.
That's what it did.
Yes. Okay. So it will automatically plug that in.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why when I like to hit the add address, it'll allow you to link with HomeLink. So it'll pull that in for you rather than you guessing like, oh, I think they owe this or that. It'll get you with their exact property taxes as well because it'll say, hey, you're in Washington County, you're trying to do something in Sullivan. Do you want me to switch over? And then you just say yes, done, and it pulls it in from Sullivan.
Yeah. So always just want to make sure that you are connected. If it prompts you, just say yes, be connected to HomeLink because it'll automatically pull in that data. Okay. Yeah, always ask to use HomeLink data. Okay, so seller net sheet. I guess we kind of went through that. Once you kind of get into the app and play around with it, it starts to make more sense. I mean, it's user friendly, but this app can do so much.
Yeah.
So.
I just bought the premium too, and I'm seeing everything.
Yeah, and later we'll get into everything that you can do.
Just take it over.
This is helpful though.
Yes, it is.
Until it sells your house out from under you, don't you know?
We're not going that far. We have restrictions on this, Dustin.
Terminator realtor. Coming to sell it.
Okay, so if you're working with buyers, you can do the same thing for them. You can do a buyer estimate for them. So, for your buyers, this is going to show them, okay, if you put an offer in on this, at this amount, and this is your loan amount, this is what your monthly payment will look like. Versus if you maybe make an offer $10,000 higher, this is just only how much your monthly payment will increase, if you can put in a more competitive offer, okay? So it looks the same, basically, the home price, loan type, and again, these are all estimates, so you're kind of going off of what you think they may get as far as a loan. If you've talked with them, their down payment. Of course, we know the interest rate is not 3.25 anymore, but that's okay. Then you're going to put the term, add any miscellaneous items. It'll automatically put hazard insurance. You can adjust that.
If flood insurance is required.
Yeah, so you can add that into the miscellaneous.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Taxes. So like he was saying, if you're in the right county, it will automatically pull up taxes. If you're in the city, it will give the option to select which city you're in within that county.
Okay.
And then, of course, your closing day, if you happen to know HOA, you can add that in.
Jessica, I do have a question for
Yeah.
you. So will this run only in Tennessee and Virginia, wherever y'all do closings, or could it run in North Carolina on homes as well?
We don't have offices in North Carolina,
Okay.
so we don't have it set up for North Carolina. We just have it set up for the states where we,
Where you're licensed.
yes.
Okay.
So you've got Tennessee and Virginia, which my office covers, but if you're, working something in, say, Georgia, for example, we have offices in Georgia, so we have the app set up for Georgia, too. Okay. So that's where I was saying you can pull it up and you can choose the correct tax rate. And compute. And so this is where it brings up their estimate of what their monthly payment would look like, what their cash to close would look like, P&I, how much they put down, taxes, prepaids, all that kind of good stuff. And if you keep going, I'm not very good at sticking with just the PowerPoint, all the arrows. Okay, so I always talk too fast and I'm like, oh, well. Okay, so if you go to the breakdown, this is all of your total closing costs. And so what's pretty cool about it is where it's connected to HomeLink and it already knows the estimated property taxes, then it's going to calculate based on the closing date how much that they're probably going to put into escrow. That's going to be collected from them for taxes and insurance and then interest as well. Our title policies, all of our title fees are already set up in here. These are not really worried about it because this screenshot came from that developer, so this is for like a Texas property, but it can bring in all of these fees. If you have like the lender that you're working with mainly, I can get connected with them. They can get set up on here and they can put their fees in, and then you just basically we're all connected, so their fees automatically will pull in as well. If it's just kind of an like a Rocket Mortgage, I'm sorry if that happens to you, but
That's my go-to lender.
oh, Dustin. Hey, you're on Facebook Live. I wouldn't say that out loud. But but even, I mean, you can still ballpark it too, based on, I mean, maybe the 1% rule, whatever. But you can also connect with your lender, your preferred lender, and get their information. So it breaks down, I mean, it really and truly breaks down pretty much everything you would see on a closing disclosure for your buyer.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be super helpful and remedy a lot of people freaking out.
Yes, we like to be proactive and not reactive, right? That's really how they act. That's very good. That's exactly what they do. Detailed closing costs. You can choose for this estimate only or for all future estimates. This is if you're going to generate the report. You can edit any of this. It's going to automatically calculate it, but if you need to edit it, you can edit any of it. See, you can back in and just, I guess make up your own number if you need to. Or if you're just wanting to give them more of a rounded up number.
Okay.
That can be edited as well. So basically what it does here, though, actually, is if you edit those, then it can show, like, say if I want to just edit the cash to close to $90,000, it then will show them what their monthly payment will look like. So if they've got to bring $90,000 cash to close, it reconfigures all the numbers to show them what the monthly payment would look like for that. And then vice versa. So if you did this monthly payment at $4,000, then it's going to show them what their cash to close would look like. So you can edit it for those reasons too, to kind of back into it for them.
That'd be super helpful, especially folks that are on a tight monthly budget.
Right.
They know where they need to be.
Yeah, you can really play around with the numbers so you can give them a good idea of what they're looking at. Let's see, then Smart Compare. So this breaks down, if here's the 20% down conventional loan for 30 years, here's a 15-year conventional loan. So you can get in there and show them different loan types based on the terms, interest rate, all that good stuff. Loan details, so that breaks down the interest, APR, principal, total payments. We may not want to show that today.
I know.
So you don't have to, but for those that are really, I mean, especially, if you've got your accountants, you've got engineers, the ones that really want to see all of the breakdowns of the details of the numbers, here you go. You've got it. You can show them that, and then it has, yeah, I know.
Yeah, just show me the big number.
Yep. So, because it's got an amortization schedule. So, again, you don't have to. I wouldn't necessarily highly recommend it, but when you have those clients that want that, you've got it. Oh, see, here I go again. I've already talked ahead of my PowerPoint. Okay, so then again, you've got the snapshot, and you have the option of how you want to send it to them. You can actually tap on it, and hold it down to share just the icon, or just to share that. You can tap the icon up there.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, so when you tap on it, just hold it down. It comes up with your options right there of how you want to do it. It's like you can even play around with this too, putting on social media, if you wanted to just put something out there for people to see, of different options. There's where you can do just like for this SellerNet sheet, and it comes up looking like that for a full report. Cool. It puts all of your information. So when you've created your account on the app, put your picture, put all of your information. So anytime you generate anything at all, it comes up with your picture, all your information, your brokerage, all that.
Is that font text at the bottom, like disclosure saying, or disclaimer saying it's not actually
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just an estimate.
That was going to be my next question.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. It can. That is just an estimate. Yeah. So, because up there it says home estimate in bold, but of course people.
Yes, they'll always take
They
it.
always take it.
My
Yes.
estimate says.
Yeah. Right. And then it goes on into that. And so, like I said, this is the full report. You can customize it if you have Spanish-speaking clients. You can change it all to Spanish, or call Matt or Ariel, I guess.
Call me.
Property details. There's all your share options. Hidden feature. You can shake your phone again. And this is how you can show the buyer how their offer can affect their payment. So that's what I was talking about earlier. You know, a lot of times if they're in, this is a competitive market, they need to put in a competitive offer, but they're like, oh gosh, I don't want to put an offer that much. Well, you can kind of break it down and say, well, if you only do it, $10,000 more, it's only going to change your payment by, $30 or whatever it may be. So you can break that down for them. Okay, so this is the cool stuff about the content that you can use for social media. But before I get into that, does anybody have questions about the buyer estimate? Yep. Okay.
I already did it.
You already did it. Good. Okay, so we've got infographics, swipeable content, filters, personalized videos, lead gen calculators. If you sign up for premium, you get all of this. Like I said, it's $10 a year. I just had an agent test it for me yesterday. He did a social media share on Facebook from the lead gen and already got leads out of it that people were. So what he did was the rent versus buy calculator that's on there, put it out there. People can go on it and start plugging in, okay, this is what I think I could buy at. This is what I currently pay for rent. It does all this calculation, and then it pops up and says, if you'd like more information, and they put in their name and their email, and there you go. There's new content every month that comes out. And so here are all the infographic categories. So once you link your Facebook and Instagram to this, it will share it directly for you from the app. So you don't have to save something, go to the app. Just shares directly. Okay. Here's a buy versus rent. This is just a standard that you can do, infographic, and you can put in the numbers, you put in the home price or whatever, and it'll calculate it for you. And put in a current rent amount, home price, down payment. Breaks that down for you in some nice looking graphics. Then there is where you can push it out. Swipeable infographics. People like to use these. It's at like an Instagram carousel. So when you select one and you've customized it how you want, and then you automatically just push it out. So it just keeps swiping.
You just have no excuses for not posting.
Yep.
At me.
Lenses.
She's her own accountability coach.
That's impressive. Okay, so then we've got lenses. So if you've got a listing that's sold and you've got, you want to put their picture and put a lens and it says sold over list price or whatever it may be, and then it automatically puts all of your marketing stuff on the lens. Available for virtual showings. I mean, there's all kinds of different filters that you can use.
Wow. I like this. You break even in 5 years with like the average buyer, like in a 175 range. So that's cool on this rent.
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. There's video lenses too. So you can just go into that section and then then you can go to the right-hand corner there and select a video. So if you're in the home or something, do a video, and it automatically can put a lens on it for you.
This is awesome.
Same with photo. And it's all branded.
Cool.
So then you can do personalized videos. We know Matt loves a good video, so I can't wait to see Matt's first video from the app. So yeah, you do a video, and it all comes out with your stuff at the end. Sorry, I'm going too fast. I need to work on my timing. So once you kind of get in there and look at the videos, they're just short videos, and then at the end it comes up with your picture and all your fun stuff.
What agent was that? UPAC?
I don't know.
Unique one.
Udi-
UPAC.
Something.
Unique New York.
All right, these are the lead gen calculators that I was talking about. You do have to have the premium, of course, to do these, but it's $10 a year. You know, you can decide if that's a good ROI for you or not. But yeah, so you go down to the lead gen calculators, and it gives you stuff that you can push out. And then once people interact with it and put in their information, that lead goes to your email.
Okay. So it is in calculators.
It is, yeah. So if you're in the premium section down at the bottom, it's in the, it's just in the premium section, the lead gen. I think.
Oh, you mean on the premium?
Yeah, so if you have to be in the premium, right down here.
Smart. There it is. Cool.
Yep. Yep. So that can go on social media or your website. I'm going the wrong way. So this is just more information about like the filters, because all of your social media stuff is put right up there. So as soon as you have linked it all, then when you connect, when you click that, it just will say, do you want to post through the app, Instagram app, Facebook app, whatever.
Does it send them all at one time, Jessica? Or do you have to pick which
Yeah, can you do
social
multiple,
media?
Facebook, Instagram at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep. Looking for a new house? It's no problem.
Oh, that's good. That's real good.
That's where you can share. So like you can, put up your own picture. There's so much you can do. Personalized videos, that's also under premium. They are short format, so they're under 1 minute because we got to keep everyone's attention, right? Industry relevant stats, and then all of your information at the end. I don't know who these people are, for the record. So I'm not promoting them. I don't know who they are. They're not from around here. Lead gen calculator. So again, this is what I was talking about, where you can like put out here this one. What do you think your home is worth? Just to grab people's attention. Then they kind of get sucked into it. They're going to put what they think it's worth, and they get to play around the calculator. How much do you still owe on your home? They can put that in. Then it gives it this information. If you sell your home at $350,000, it looks like you'll net about $80,000. Then it gives them an option. How much of that do you want or need to buy your next house? Total due at close. Then there's down here the contact me for more info. So right here, when they click that, the one that I saw yesterday that we were testing, it came up and just had a nice little message. Thank you for your interest, or something like that. If I can help you more with this decision, or whatever it was, I would be happy to be of service to you. And then it gives you the option to put your name and email address in. So as soon as we did that, then it went to automatically send an email address email from the app to his email that said, here's your lead. And then it gives it all the information, and then of course it's up to the agent too.
These ones, it's only letting me share to Facebook, not Instagram.
Let's see.
All questions for after the presentation.
Oh, so if you hit more, do you have your app connected? Wonder why your app's not coming up.
I don't know. I just shared the other one to Instagram. Let me look.
I don't know.
Let's make sure we have.
So when again Jessica contact us, it sends you the note on the app or them the note on the app?
It sends the agent. So if it says, if you've got somebody interacting with this on Facebook and they hit that, they go in, they'll have to put in their name and email address. When they do that, then the app will send the agent the email and said, this person has interacted with your post. Here's to their email address. And it says,
won't be a notification on the app itself.
right, it'll go directly to their email address.
Okay.
Yep. So it'll say, here's all their information. He's so cute. So that's the app in a nutshell.
That's awesome.
Like I said, it's not like super complicated, but it does a lot of things.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
And this sheet, like I said, is just kind of a snapshot breakdown of working with sellers, working with buyers, other things to know. But a lot of cool features. If you have any questions about it, too, as you get into it and start working with it, let me know. If I can't help, I've got support that can answer questions. I've been playing around this with multiple people with the developer, and we've been demo and beta testing it
How long have you guys had it?
for months now.
I mean, how long have you guys been working on it, I guess?
Since December,
Awesome.
we started to roll it out and working with a developer.
Sweet.
Yeah. Because we had to, we have multiple offices too, but we had to perfect like what are all the right taxes for all of East Tennessee and all of Southwest Virginia